Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Good day. Welcome to Transformation Tuesday. Good to be here with you as always. Please say hello in the comments if you're watching live or watching the replay. Let's get the conversation started, shall we? Do you sometimes feel like your attention is hooked by multiple things all at once? Has your multitasking gotten completely out of control? Sit with that for a moment. I'm Liz Forrest. I'm a master shamanic teacher of over 25 years, closer to 30. I keep saying 25. I realize it's probably closer to 30. And I'm so happy to have you here in Transformation Tuesday, where I share Toltec practices and tools of personal freedom as I've learned them and have received permission to pass them on from some of the leading teachers in this field. So welcome here. All right, our attention. That's what we're going to talk about today. Not intention. That's a different perception. This is attention. A-T-T-T-E-N-T-I-O-N. Attention. Meaning focusing, being totally present to an activity, to a person, to an experience in a sustained way. Individual attention to the present experience is how I like to think about it. I'll say it again. Individual attention to the present experience. My individual attention to whatever experience I'm in, like right now. Yeah, I am completely 100% focused on sharing with you on my screen. Yeah. Individual attention to the present experience. So let me ask you, what else are you doing right now? What else are you doing besides listening to Transformation Tuesday? For instance, and if you're brave, you could share in the comments. Maybe you're on your phone at the same time. Maybe you're writing a list of your groceries that you need. You get the idea. Yeah. What else are you doing right now? And how great if you're doing nothing but sitting and listening to Transformation Tuesday. So we know that there is a great competition for our attention at all times these days, right? You know, I learned the other day that our human attention span is now 5 seconds due to the digital world that we live in. 5 seconds. That really kind of blew my mind. I know it's short. And I'm right along beside you here. I know it's short. But 5 seconds, I was shocked, really. So 5 seconds, then we move on to something else that hooks our attention. So our attention is fragmented repeatedly over and over and over in our day. Yeah, 5 seconds here, 5 seconds there, 5 seconds here is what we're being programmed to do with our attention. There is so much competition for our attention, right? So our attention is fragmented repeatedly in our day. How does that even feel when you hear that your attention is fragmented? For me, it makes me feel uncentered and ungrounded, kind of exhausted, and a little unwell, honestly, just saying that about my attention. Yeah, and of course, in those times when I'm in that swirl, for certain, it makes me feel unwell. Yeah. And so being hooked in so many different places. Yeah. So how do we deal with being hooked and pulled in so many directions at once? It's a question for our times, isn't it? It's a question for our times. In the digital world, and also our external world, dream of the planet, as we call it in this practice, the dream of the planet. which is all that's happening in the world outside of our own internal existence. So how do we deal? What do we do to not be so fragmented and be pulled and hooked in so many different directions? What do you think? What do we do? Well, the first step is awareness. The awareness that we're being hooked, first of all, that we're being hooked by the outside dream. Think about scrolling on your phone. Yeah, scrolling 2 or 3 seconds, then you move on, then you move on. So your awareness is being hooked. How many of us, myself included, have realized so much time has gone by? Wow, I've been doing that. Yeah, that can also be kind of shocking when we realize how much time we are giving of our attention to stuff we don't even care about. We're just being hooked. Okay, so in these practices, the first step is awareness. The mastery of awareness is the first level. Yeah, we have to be aware, first of all, that we're being hooked. Yeah, and we know that our thoughts direct our energy. Right? We know that our thoughts direct our energy. So when we're in our practice of awareness, we decide where to direct our energy. We don't give our energy to every distraction or temptation that shows up. Yeah, when we're in our awareness, we don't allow ourselves to be hooked in places that we don't choose to spend our energy or our time. We are discerning with our energy because we know it's precious. Our energy is precious, and we're discerning about where we direct our energy. Yeah, where we want to share it, where we want to spend it. And in a masterful state, the shamans teach us that being present with our intent, okay, intent can change our life, our dream, and our intent, that energy that we focus on to manifest something, to change something, to heal something in our lives. Intent demands our full attention. If we want to change, if we want to heal something in our life, it will only come to pass with our full attention. Yeah, not 5 seconds here and 5 seconds there. That's not how it works. No, we step into the energy of intent. We are unwavering with our attention. It's got all our attention. Yeah, we're not hooked here and there. I heard a really beautiful quote the other day by Simone Weil that I'll pass on to you to reflect on, because I really have been reflecting on it since I read it the other day. And it is this: attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity. Isn't that beautiful, and isn't it the truth? Attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity. Remember how you have felt being with someone who has given you that generosity, with their full, undivided attention, just for you, when you have felt like you were the only person in the world with them, that you were the most special or important or valued in those moments with that person that gave you their full attention. Yeah. So it's a practice, and it's getting more challenging for sure, with so much going on. And so it requires us to first step into our awareness of where we're being hooked, and to shift back into our awareness with our free will. We have free will. We all have free will. Yeah. So be able to be discerning and decide where you want your attention to go. So what old pattern or habit of distraction might you be willing to give up after our Transformation Tuesday today? And when we do that, when we give up old patterns and habits, that strengthens our free will. And allows you to be more choosy, more in control, really, of where you direct your precious energy, where you truly want to offer it. Yeah, where you truly want to offer it. So share in the comments what you're going to put your attention on a little more. What habit, what pattern are you going to work with, bringing your awareness to and unhooking from places that you don't want to put your attention on, that you are going to be more discerning with where you direct your attention, therefore your energy. Thank you for joining me. And if you're interested in more about the practices of the Toltec, please send me an email, and I'm so happy to set up a complimentary 30-minute talk with you, give you more information about the classes, about the journeys, about the workshops that I offer, that first of all bring us into our own mastery of our awareness, and then lead us into our masteries of transformation. Yes. So thank you. I send you all my love, and I will see you next week right here, Transformation Tuesday.